Hi, hon. How are you doing? I'm gonna get ready to shuffle some cards. See what spirit got up in the air on this fine Tuesday. All right, let's get some messages up here. How you guys doing? Good afternoon. Let me see. I'm gonna share this. Let me see. I'm gonna share this. Let me see. I'm gonna share this. Share this. All right. We're about to get ready to do collective tarot time. I'm just shuffling and cleaning the energy up. I need to clean my table off, but I'll do that later. Okay. Let's get the ancestors, the archangels, holy benevolent forces up in here, protecting all messages coming through for the collective, only messages of truth and clarity, messages from the Most High. Please and thank you. All right. Shuffle these two. Wait. I could do these. I'll do those later. Let's see what's going on up in here. We will do free questions after. Free questions coming after this. Oh, yeah. Tower Tuesday. Today is Tower Tuesday. Okay. Let's see. All right, you guys. We're about to jump in here. Take these messages as they align. If they don't align, let them fly. Okay? These messages are past, present, and future. All right? So in this energy, this kind of feels like persevering forward, trusting yourself, staying in alignment. There's some type of unexpected results taking place here, okay? This kind of feels like coming out of confusion even, okay? This is a matter of mind over matter for most, okay? Mind over matter, possibly protecting your peace. Somebody is in fear. It's either you or it's either in these environments, okay? Somebody is in fear here, okay? But the fear may feel like it's not fear. It's really adaptability, okay? Feels more like adaptability. Trust the process is up here. There may be something that you are called to do right now. Maybe you don't want to do it, or you feel like it's not going to work out, okay? But maybe you feel that way because you're trying to stay. Okay, whatever somebody is trying to do, at least I guess to stay in alignment, that's not really a worry, if that makes sense. Like, that's not what you have to worry about. Okay, so this, yeah, okay, so it do feel like hesitation even, okay? It feels like hesitation. It's not a matter of trying to stay in alignment, it's a matter of implementing now, okay? So this has a lot to do with believing in whatever it is that is pushing forward here. For some, this is like you're finding out something along the way too. Maybe you don't like that don't feel comfortable. Finding out something along the way. It's like you got to keep going though, okay? I know this energy is really weird for me. I don't know why this is coming out like this, but we got to keep going with the flow because, oof. Embracing the unknown. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. For some of you, this may have something to do with what you have been dreaming towards. I don't know if somebody is more so trying to have a stable type of life, a stable foundation, or stability within, whether it's mental or emotional, trying to hold things together. But there's this energy of pushing past some form of energetic burden, which has a lot to do with trusting your intuition even. So this could even be like trusting that you know what's right, trusting your decisions this time, trusting the plan, trusting, and maybe it does come from being in survival mode at a point. So somebody recently could have gotten pushed out of survival mode, all right? Maybe the survival mode was to adapt to a short-term, whatever it wasn't going to be a long-standing thing. That's kind of what somebody is feeling here. You're like, that wasn't going to be for a long time. Like, I kind of got used to how stuff was going. There's a changeover happening again here, which is really good, though, because if you kind of did set yourself up for disappointment, not expecting anything, but trying to go with the flow, even if you felt like you didn't want to, now you have this right away to change something over, okay? So, yeah, that's why this feels really weird here, all right? All right, so crystal of clarity, illuminate your path with openness and insight, rating yourself for newfound understanding of content. Okay, some of you here have been dealing with a shapeshifter energy, a shape-shifting environment, or you yourself has survived off of shape-shifting, okay? This could have been a form of protection here. Whatever this is, okay, it feels like the outside more than it feels like you, though. A shapeshifter, maybe this was somebody clinging on to you. This could have been a community, friends, lovers, situations, environments here, shape-shifting energies, okay? Some of you are having a hard time kind of coming into this new form of alignment because maybe you've had to suppress yourself around people that just have not taken well to who you are. If people thought they knew you, they really didn't know you, to be honest, and that could have been different for you. If you've been resisting change, it's been because you still wanted to feel appreciated in some way, shape, or form. But now it's like you could possibly see where it's time for you to focus on yourself more than it is to try to focus on being there for others and being who others want you to be. It's not like people pleasing or anything, but it's like taking internal inventory, okay? And seeing what benefits you and what doesn't, who serves a purpose and who's just dead weight, Somebody's intuition is working really hard out of confusion. There is a time of confusion, a time of fog here even. So working out of that, somebody could have been trying to cause fog or confusion, all right? Simply they were doing this because they did not want for you to create judgment against them or to even view them a certain way. So this kind of feels like a mirroring energy here that didn't affect you, okay? This energy is so weird. So like it didn't affect you, but it affected your ability to see something a certain way. Like people don't need to be afraid of you. They need to be afraid of what's really taking place through the divine. You know what I'm saying? So whoever has been trying to steer clear of any troubles or chaos or whatever, that wasn't your call, pretty much. It wasn't your call. Like you may even just be the warning, okay? You are the warning. When you pop up, there's something of revelation taking place here, all right? For some of you here, you've been needing to replenish yourself because you're trying to figure out what the unknown has to offer you or what spirit is saying, what God is saying even. There's a delusion here that had been going on. All right, really take this where this resonates because this is so weird because it feels like it's either like hit or miss. If this was somebody or some community or something doing this against you or doing this to try to stop you or something like that, okay? It feels like it wasn't really directed towards you or something, but it's like it was supposed to affect you. Maybe somebody's trying to change up how they were doing something now because they've gotten at a crossroads or something, okay? Some of you could have been the target here. Somebody could have been targeting your loyalty or what you were loyal to, targeting your creativity even. All right, this could have been targeting your creativity, basically maybe even trying to say that whatever you're after isn't worth it. And it probably is coming from this traumatic view. Somebody has a trauma-based view. That's how they view things, okay? This trauma-based view. This is somebody that's comfortable with who they are as a person. For some of you, this could be a feminine energy here, more in particular. This could be a feminine energy that's like emotionally immature. This could be a coworker. This could be a foe, a neighbor, anyone. But this is like emotionally immature, okay? It's kind of like they only feed off of drama. Maybe they were trying to see what is going on with you or something. And whatever they could hear from you or about you is kind of what would fuel them. But you could be putting two and two together right now, okay? If you're putting two and two together right now, somebody really is in this Ten of Knives energy. Because they sabotage themselves here. And that's what they originally wanted for you, okay? Sabotage. And whoa. Wow. For some of you, this could have been about a connection. This could be about a connection, a relationship, a love interest, a partnership. For some of you, this could be somebody holding on to like they refuse to let go of the energy of something, or they refuse to let go of a viewpoint or something of the nature here. For some of you, this has something to do with someone being ashamed of their past, or even being ashamed of what took place in a connection here. And somebody could have tried to create confusion around some type of endings or some type of delusion or something. This is something that somebody has been doing. This is all falsified evidence or such. This was a form of protection here from somebody. Somebody is like intimidated by you, scared of you, or somebody is they're trying to correlate and relate to something, and it's not doing what it needs to do for them. Okay, that's on the High Priestess card. It's not doing what it needs to do for them. You know this, okay? You know something about this. They don't know what you know. Okay, so they don't know what exactly you know. And that's the scary part. They don't know if you know what part they played in something. They don't know if you know what they're really even doing for real. So they're just doing anything, saying anything. For some of you, this could be through gossip, social media, he say, she say. This, for some of you, this could even be in the dream state. Okay, somebody trying to attack you in your dreams here, attack your psyche even. Just, you know, and it's kind of like there are hidden aspects coming out about why someone did something a certain way here. Maybe it was so that they could let this energy let go, but they refused to let go. Someone is in a lot of turmoil here. They're in turmoil. They're holding on to something. So I guess to say, how do I say this? Okay, so whoever your love interest is, or whoever you're involved with, this is not their energy. Okay, this is an outside energy, and I don't even want to call it a third party because it's like it's so irrelevant. But it's like it's got something to do with timeline entanglement, if that makes sense. Okay. So somebody could have been hoping that something went a certain way because they themselves lack the ability to let go of something. Okay. And what is going on here is that they have not done anything but kind of put themselves in some form of escapism here. All right. So when I was saying a couple minutes ago, someone is like learning to trust their intuition or to kind of follow where the unknown leads you to, or create some type of discernment for yourself. Maybe it's because you feel like you can't trust this person because there's like too much stuff in the air. There's too many things that were going on, too many things being revealed here. But this person is not involved with none of this, if that makes sense. Okay. It just was a bunch of smoke and fog being created here because people are upset about basically, you know, being upset about being not included, or, you know, kind of being left out or whatever. So this would kind of be a thing where turning your back and continuing to focus on what makes you happy. Okay. And that, I know that probably sounds weird because maybe you may have trust issues or something where you're like, I can't even trust. I can't trust nobody. Everybody lying. Okay. But no, like literally, this does not have nothing to do with the person that you are involved with. Okay. So this energy right here is by itself. Okay. So maybe it seems weird for you because you feel like this person of importance or this energy, this environment is involved because of how much stuff is coming or whatever's going on, but it don't have nothing to do with what you've got going on here. So this is something where you need to believe in your divine protection because you are protected. Okay. Whatever your alignment is right now, it's protected. Okay. You could be having crown chakra expansions here. You also could have a level of protection from your own tribe. I don't know if some of you have soul tribes, communities, covens, sister support, something of the nature, okay? You have protection through that. So this is like protection through your divine purpose or protection through your healing, your ascension. You have protection, okay? Which is crazy too, because I feel like that could have been what somebody was mimicking. Somebody is not aligned with who you are here. And so if I switch this over to magic language, okay, this is kind of like if you're divinely orchestrated, maybe you're a divine feminine, a goddess, something of the nature, you have a ranking, right? You are in your ranking here. You are in alignment, or you have certain things that you do, no matter if you're working, no matter if you're just holding stuff down, being a boss, being a leader, whatever. Now, somebody on the outside does not equate to you in your work ethic and your contributions and your ascension. They don't equate to none of that, okay? So kind of what's going on here is whoever they were using to be able to cast some form of illusion, either against you, against whoever you're involved with, against what you got going on, they're not able to do it now because they're creating a boomerang effect for themselves. So they are getting back what they put out here, and it's not okay. It's not fun for them, okay? And maybe you could have been minding your business the whole time anyways, but your intuition just kept telling you something was off. Maybe your intuition was telling you something was off about who you were involved with. And that's kind of what the red flags seemed to be at first, okay? So somebody here is having a hard time letting go of a red flag. You didn't run into a red flag, okay? You didn't run into a red flag. You didn't run into a red flag here, okay? What you're witnessing is a timeline collapse. All right? It's a timeline collapse. I know it's weird, but it's a timeline collapse. Some of you are waiting for someone to tell you what's going on. They're not going to tell you what's going on for real. You got to stay grounded. Is this the thing where you're realizing that you're more in control than what you think you are? Through staying grounded, you're in your intuitive space. You have to stay high level thinking. Yeah. For some of you, this was something going on at home, or this is going on in somebody's home. Whatever they're doing here, it's going on in their home. There's like some type of chaos or something going on in their house. They're hiding what's going on in their environment or something like that. For some of you, this literally could be about what was going on in a home. If this for you could resonate about a past relationship, okay, where maybe there was a third party, or there was a community or something coming up against you in your personal life and your love life and stuff like that. They wanted to ostracize you, make you feel like you weren't aligned or you weren't doing something correctly. Maybe this was a coven or a community of people or family members that riled up against you here. And then it seemed like some time later, the same thing wants to happen, but it's like happening in some weird oppositional way or whatever. No, it's not correlated at all. It's not correlated. So you have to focus on remaining confident here. There's that Ten of Swords coming back out. You have to remain confident. Because the difference here is whatever was going on, you've done the inner work already, okay? You've done the inner work already, whatever that was for you. Maybe it was about strengthening your intuition, balancing your emotions. Maybe it was about moving from an environment or cutting off people that were creating havoc or misery or whatever. But whatever it was, you did something how it needed to be, okay? Somebody wanted to call themselves defending themselves against you. If you are intuitive, like highly intuitive, maybe you do something intuitively here, and the people can see it, or you just have a lot of connections around you, okay? Because it's about you having a very high level way of thinking and being, and you attract a lot of people towards you, okay? Somebody wanted to defend themselves against you. This does feel like somebody is upset that either you excluded them or they can't join your stuff. Like, that's what this feels like. They don't qualify to join in on whatever you're doing here. So maybe too, it's being exposed that they're feeling a little hasty, a little angry, a little upset because they really are being corrected, okay? This is where I say the universe will correct you and put you wherever you are supposed to be, energetically, mentally, emotionally, financially, structurally. So you can go ahead and cast however many illusions you want to. But baby, energy is receipts. So it is what it is, honey. They're not able to hold this up. This is what's crumbling here. This is the timeline that's crumbling here. So if this does involve a lover for some of you, the reason why this person is not involved, even though it may look fishy, okay? Maybe it looks fishy, seems fishy. Maybe you feel like everybody lying, whatever. The reason why they're not involved here is because this is chaos magic. This also feels like a test. Somebody failed a universal test. They were throwing chaos magic. Okay? They were doing this out of spite. So that's why this other person is not involved. Because they were it seems like a humiliation ritual or a smear campaign, okay? So Spirit is asking you to change your perspective. It's like a smear campaign that either you witnessed or this person was trying to protect themselves from, okay? Some of you need to exercise more patience because there's balance taking place in a new beginning here. Somebody is working on completing something here as well. This is a masculine energy. He's working on patiently completing something. It don't have nothing to do with this other thing. It's something of personal, interpersonal things. This is crazy because I feel like I'm literally talking about an intuitive space. Okay? I feel like I'm talking about an intuitive space here where this could have seemed like a psychic attack or a heaven's wrath even. If I'm talking to divine feminine, a heaven's wrath where your crown chakra was under attack here. And if you start having a bad time or a bad experience, you will go into a deep depression, or you will forget about your desires and hopefully close your heart. And if you close your heart, you will be casting away all of your manifestations and dropping out of alignment. That's what the hope was, okay? Do you hear how complicated that sounds and why that didn't work? Because that's a lot. You have to literally adjust to that frequency in order for things like that to take place, you know? All right, so some of you are in a power couple dynamic. Maybe it's hard to believe, but you are in a power couple dynamic. You have people wanting to work against you because if you've been someone that has gotten used to not having any support or any real connectivity or genuine, you lack the ability to attract genuine people. The last thing people need is for your love life, your home life, and your self-confidence to all come into alignment. That's the last thing we all need around here, because that would mean that nobody can throw bullshit on you. And that would also mean that you would be like in a higher purpose here for yourself, for your life, your family, and stuff like that. Some of you are generational curse breakers and cycle breakers. And when it gets to you, you break the cycle here. Okay? So if somebody did want to keep a cycle going, you stopped it just by staying grounded and aligned within, which is really good. Okay? And it's not like it's your own personal duty to, just be like, oh, well, I'm gonna force this cycle to break. This is my personal mission. It's just who you are. It's in your aura. It's in your mindset. It's in the way you carry yourself. You are a cycle breaker. Okay. So that could have been the harshness about it too. That's why this other person is not involved in whatever this outside stuff is, because it feels like this person extracted themselves from this community of people, and they did it because they realized that they too want to live a better life, or they too realize the types of cycles that were going on that were not creating happiness for them. And somebody specifically got bothered, triggered, and spiteful because they could not use this person's energy to keep enabling them in their comfort zone. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of like fighting demons, really, but it really wasn't anything to fight here. So you've reclaimed your power from whatever this community, this coven, this whatever this was. You've reclaimed your power, and that's what people did not want for you to do. People were not ready for you to rely solely on your intuition. So if you have been relying solely on your intuition, you've been feeling a little shaky, doubtful, confused. It's like that's your most purest form of alignment, listening to your intuition. Maybe you did feel like you were coming from an unhealed space, and that's what everybody's concern is, coming from an unhealed space, kind of trying to navigate and trust and see something through, and you don't have no evidence, you don't have no support backing it up, and it's just you that's in this space of being in the unseen, the unknown, and having to go with the flow. Okay, So this was a this was a shift. All right, this cycle is closed here. All right, this is closed. You are no longer in that ostracized vicinity about yourself. Maybe organically you felt ostracized or put by yourself. Spirit had to put you by yourself. Okay, you had to be put by yourself. And it wasn't, and it's crazy because if you had been getting attacked or prayed against, you didn't get put by yourself to be attacked. Okay, understand that. You did not get put by yourself to be attacked. You got put by yourself for this bigger purpose here. Now, getting attacked came from people watching too hard, studying you, growing envious, trying to find a way to create obstacles, trying to boost their own ego off of creating narratives, wanting to drag you. That was their own agenda. But Spirit's agenda was not to put you by yourself to attack you in any way, shape, or form, okay? So that's kind of where you extract your power back from, all right? Love this eclipse energy. Yes, this energy is something else. It really is. All right. So, and I was hearing about somebody trying to put someone's manifestations in the freezer here. They wanted for you to not receive anything, to be unbalanced, to be unstable. When you operate from your spiritual insight here, it's important to ground yourself. It's important to ground yourself. And I feel like here too, there's something coming out about false prophecies as well. All right. So this is also another thing for you here. You are on this different timeline here. This timeline is very different. It's very brand new, very balancing. It almost seems refreshing. A final form of fresh air here for you. Okay. So you need to be excited about where you're headed. If you're not where you're headed yet, be excited about where you're headed, okay? That is on 12-12-33, honey. Transformation, manifestation, integration, okay? Get excited about where you're headed here. Because you're not nowhere near where any of these other things. And you are protected, okay? You are protected. So, too bad, so sad. Slap your mom and dad, okay? Some of you here, you are afraid to admit that you are manifesting union with your person. Why are y'all so afraid of love or afraid to acknowledge love? If it's something where you're like, I don't want another failed connection, or it just makes you feel some type of way because it's not picture perfect, okay? It doesn't have to be picture perfect. It just has to make you happy, okay? It has to bring alignment to you. It has to bring prosperity to you. It has to, it's about you. And that's another thing between the outside world and you. Okay, as long as it makes you happy, as long as it's aligned with you, as long as you are on your timeline, creating abundance for yourself and, noticing what's to come here. Some of you may have secret fans here that are like secretly hoping and wishing that you are okay in a way, okay? People don't know how to approach you right now because it's a little intense, okay? They don't know how to approach you. They don't even know how you feel. Maybe you don't know how you feel right now. You're just getting up every day and kind of slapping yourself around because you're like, okay, whatever. Let's just get through it, blah, 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 But it's okay if you are looking forward to union with this person, or it could be a lot of things you're looking forward to union. Maybe you're even hoping to get a call back. Maybe you're even hoping, whatever it is, but it all just feels like the same energy. It's very prosperous, very abundant here, okay? You do need to be delusional. This is the part where delusion works in your favor. It doesn't hurt you. Another thing here too to mention, if you've done the inner work, okay, and you know what it's been to be in the valley of shadows, to grieve, to process things, to rewire and come out of victim mentality, to rewrite your life narrative, to create a new identity for yourself, you have the right to kind of be euphoric about what it is that your alignment is for, especially when you know God is the one showing you these visions. God is the one that is leading you, grounding you, helping you be stable within. When you know that, and you know what you've put in, you know what you deserve, you know what you've delegated, you have nothing to worry about. Okay? Literally, you don't have nothing to worry about. Now, this is kind of where those outside energies and those communities are worried right now, because they had not put in the inner work. Okay? I just was hearing a couple hours ago, somebody was upset because they felt like every time it's time for them to be in love or to get a new job or to move somewhere new, everybody's always kind of jumping on you or stealing from your excitement, stealing from your abundance, and kind of coming with all this drama because they're trying their hardest to stop whatever it is that God is aligning for you. And you're tired of going through that because you're like, I can't even be happy in peace. Every time I try to find interest in a person, there's all this drama coming up. Every time I try to find a job that's going to work for me, somebody's doing something to create instability. Like, you're tired of going through that. But you got to understand, those karmic timelines needed to be cleansed, okay? That's kind of what happens on old timelines, you will get the same chaos coming through over and over again. You know that this is a lot different. You feel it, you see it, you know it, you understand it. This is a lot different. So yeah, you need to be excited about where you're headed. I wouldn't say be excited about the future, because I want to say you are magnetizing your future right now. Okay? So if you're magnetizing your future towards you right now, that means that you are already headed where you are supposed to be. The future is not far-fetched, okay? You're magnetizing it for you. So, yeah, what works for you don't work for others. Too bad, so sad, okay? So that's kind of where this goes here. What works for you don't work for other people. All right, so yeah, there's a lot more here for you to discover, so don't give up. A lot of you on this new journey here, you're going to see how your wisdom is the manifested abundance, okay? Fast progress is up here, all right? Growth potential, winds of fortune, okay? Children of Yamaya, Oya, Oshun, okay? There we go. Remember what you have come to reclaim, okay? There we go. Wow. Wow. Wish y'all could see how this looks. Wow. And it all makes sense. You're thriving right now. Are you not? You don't believe it? You're thriving right now. Don't hate on yourself. They already doing all the hating. Let them be the haters. Love yourself. Enjoy yourself, okay? Like I said, a lot of you are generational curse breakers, and you have successfully created a root to your foundation here. So if this is, kind of ascending, okay? Your root chakra is stable, and you got to stabilize the root before you can branch out, okay? So you are stable. Now it's time to magnetize, okay? So that's crazy. Shaky foundations here for Tower Tuesday. But this is a beautiful new start here, okay? All right, so your imagination is very potent here. It allows for you to have creativity, all right? Creativity in whatever it is that you love, whatever it is you enjoy here. Your imagination is wild right now, okay? So maybe have some fun, transmute some stuff, gain some stuff, all right? Buy yourself some nice, okay? Whatever you gotta do, go ahead. Yeah, y'all are thriving. Y'all are thriving. That's the truth. You ain't gotta hide it or nothing. Yeah, this isn't one of those things where you gotta keep it to yourself because people be hating and stuff. Like, this is secure. Ain't nobody gonna take this, okay? So you can enjoy yourself out loud, okay? That's the difference. The devil be blessing people and people blessings be getting snatched up. Well, that's because them be contracts with the wrong things, okay? When you get blessed by God, you become aligned, okay? When you've got the divine conspiring in your favor, you are allowed to enjoy yourself out loud because that actually multiplies your abundance. Enjoy yourself out loud. That is the most highest vibrational thing you can do. When you let the universe know that you are happy, you attract more. Okay? Universal appreciation, honey. All right? So express gratitude, you guys. You guys are just fine. Okay? Oh, goodness. That was a huge download. Are we good here? I'm about to clean these up. I'm going to clean these up. We're going to do some moonology, and then we're going to do some free questions. Okay? In moonology to see what this eclipse is saying after hours. Eclipse after hours. How are you guys doing? Welcome into the live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being compassionate and nice, showing love, respect. Thank you for interacting. Thank you for supporting the platform. All right, hold on. Let's get these cleaned up here. All right, let's do a couple of moonology cards. See what the eclipse is talking about. Then we're gonna do some free questions here. Okay. New moon in Cancer. Relax. All right, relax, you guys, relax. For some of you, this could have been going on since July even, okay? This past summer, July could have been very intense here. Felt like everything was kind of building up slowly. Moonology here, Spirit. See what's going on. New moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. Perfect energy here. Look at that. Trust all will be well. That's what the eclipse is saying. We'll get a couple more. First quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. Third eye chakra. Okay. Discernment, intuition, higher knowing. All right. First quarter moon in Aries, step into your power. Solar plexus energy. That's what I was talking about. A lot of you have extracted your energy back from these external evil forces and these weird people that are melting in plain sight, okay? Ooh. First quarter moon in Sagittarius, believe in your good luck, crown chakra. For some of you here, this eclipse is about divine union, divine partnership. It is. You can't deny it. Don't push it away. It is. It could be highlighting your love life a lot, okay? So be okay with that, all right? Don't try to push it off or anything. You gotta have like the confidence to embrace and receive, okay? People want to show you love, receive it. Don't feel entitled to burn yourself out or anything. You know, if you've got someone that you're really looking forward to hitting it off with, stay focused on the positive with that stuff, okay? Don't be fearful. Don't be regretful. Don't feel like you're wrong. Stay positive, okay? Stay focused forward, all right? It'll be all right. New moon in Gemini, think it through, okay? Some of you, this is a matter of communication, okay? First quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self, solar plexus. For some of you, this is a matter of communication, being clear about what you want, what you wish, what you expect. Some of you, this is about being clear about boundaries even. Being clear about your expectations in a way of organizing. Maybe it's around community, family. Maybe it's around the roles you play at work. Just know that this energy is supporting you to be in this blueprint, okay? You are the architect. Form your blueprint, okay? Form the rules, form the routine. You know what I'm saying? And have fun being the spotlight, you know? People value you. People look forward to what you have to say, what your actions are going to be, what your opinions are, stuff like that. Enjoy that, okay? You deserve that. Especially when you know you are a good person, you have a good heart, you have a good mindset, your head is on your shoulders correctly, okay? And that's what people have tried to attack, okay? Notice that. That is what people always try to attack. They try to attack things that you can't buy with money, okay? Because they are truly drowning in lack. So they try to attack things that you have to work towards. You have to have character development, skill development. You have to have professionalism. You have to have good morals, good traits. People don't have those things. So they try to attack that stuff, or they try to create confusion, you know, or you may sabotage because you've had a bad interaction with someone that projected all this nastiness and all this hastiness. That's not your fault, okay? That's not your fault. We here with 7 billion people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to charge it to the game most times. Whatever. Oh, well. On to the next, honey. That's it. Full moon in Taurus, detoxify. All right. Let's get one more. New moon in Cancer, relax. Yep, there we go. New moon in Cancer, relax. We're right back on that. So yeah, y'all. Yeah. All right, we're about to do